Okay, in this video, what we're going to do is go through how to make our presentation drawings for our shed, or our drawing, I should say, with our floor plan, our elevations. We have a 3D view, and we also have our section. We're going to first focus on these 4 views in our sheet, okay? And to create this sheet, what we're going to have to do is come down here on the left. You should have your completed shed, and we're going to right-click on Sheets. We're going to hit New Sheet. We're going to hit Load blocks. Now, if you're in a folder right here, like I am, don't forget on the left will take you to the material folder so that you can see where you're. Does is it loads a title block that we're going to use to import our views onto and then ultimately print from. Now, the most important thing that you're going to want to remember from all this is that before we do any dimensioning or any annotating of anything or cropping of our views, we need to scale our views correctly. And if we go back to this sheet, we see that this floor plan, they're already telling us we're going to have a 1/4 inch scale. So you're not all the time going to have this stuff done for you. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to the floor and we're going to create the view and we're going to call this right click. We're going to rename it. We're going to call it shed floor plan. And on the shed floor plan now, notice how it didn't copy any of my detailing. We're going to come down here to that sheet I just created. We're going to take our view and we're going to drag and drop it in, and it's going to be silly. It's going to be big. View box and a really small floor plan. So let's change the floor plan, 1/4 inch that it is, on our plan. See that it's going to fit the way we want, but we have this giant view box. This is very important. You need to delete the view. You need to go back to the floor plan. Now, all right, what you're going to do, little icon here that says show crop region. And this is basically your entire region that you have that you could create your drawing on right now and see it. All right, we have a small shed, so we're going to pull down this region to the extent of our now. And by doing so, it's going to crop. You're going to be fighting for real estate, so we're going to get even. But for now, this looks great. So I'm going to turn off this hide crop region. Doesn't look like it did anything, but if I come here to my sheet now and I go and I drag and drop this shed floor plan in here, we have this beautiful cropped view with this amazing line right across. But one thing that we're missing is our dimensioning that is shown on the floor plan. So you can see we got location dimensions for this wall and our overall size dimensions for this building. It's missing the door and window locations. All right, at another day. Right now, we're just going over the basics. So let's go back to shed floor plan. Let's go to the dimension quick tool up here. You can also go to the annotate tab, align dimension. And remember, when we dimension, we're going to do our dimensions for our exterior dimensions go to the faces of core, which is selected up here. If yours is not, select it. And you want to be careful because right here it's going to collect the face of the siding for this wall, but we want to come right up to there. And when we dimension to our interior walls, we always dimension to the middle. And now I would chain dimension across to the exterior face. And next thing I would do is I would want my overall size dimensions of the shed, which should be 16. Notice how it clicks in when I get close. That's what we want. Last dimension we're going to have is we are going to put just the over going this way, and we're trying to keep our dimensions. You don't want, this is what you don't want. All right, you don't want to have them pulled all the way around because you have all this wasted white space, and I'll take points off for that. So we want to make sure it's nice and tight. So let's go check out our view now. All right, that looks great. We have a dimension floor plan, and it doesn't look the best down here because I have this over. Well, it might be better to put your dimensions on top. Next thing we're going to do is go to our, we look at our elevation views that we're going to be putting in. They are 1/8 of an inch. The scale right down equals 1 foot. So again, we're going to look and see, and they're already cropped to that size, so our elevations are already where they need to be. We just need to crop the view, the building, all the pieces of our building. It doesn't matter north or south, we really don't care. Let's turn. Now what we're going to do is we're going to drop these elevations in. Doesn't look so bad. If you want, we can always bump things to the left and right. I am honestly a little bothered with go back to our sheet. All right, now I don't have this interference with my dimensions. And last thing we're going to do on this video is we're going to insert the 3D view. All right, just like always, we have a 3D view. It just says 3D. We don't even know what scale, so we're flying solo here. Let's do it. All right, let's rename it because 3D and let's drag and drop it in there and see what we got. So maybe we can make this a little bigger. It's 1/8 of an inch. Let's make it bigger than that they did. Screw that. So if we want it bigger, let's try 3/16. All right, turn on our crop region. Oh dear, yeah. Let's pull our crop region close. All right, this process you're going to be doing over and over and over again when we're creating our drawings. And remember, this is what architecture is all about: is drawings so that we can communicate our ideas to other people so that they could then create the ideas. Go. We have a nice 3D front shed view. All right, and that looks good for now. What we're going to do in the next video is put in this section view, and this is going to take us some time, and we're going to do it much better than they did, but way with